Slack Tail Squad, assemble.
If you're listening to this, you remember the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live in the Beaver Den with an ass so fine it'll make you want to violate the first commandment, the Padme to my Darth Vader, the Evelyn to my Skeletor, and the Harley Quinn to my ever so sane Joker. I give you the semi-heart-shaped ass that is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Why you sound so pathetic and sad?
I was actively trying to not make a mouth noise, so I didn't smack my lips. That was Nolan, because he's being douchey and making mouth noises.
Well, I'm not aware of who Nolan is because he hasn't been introduced
I'm just
yet.
saying that wasn't me to making the mouth noises. I'm also blah.
Dreadfully morose?
Dreadfully morose. Yes,
Dreadfully morose.
it's true.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a lot of noise coming from the nasal passages as well, I see.
Cool. Maybe I should tilt this down to my normal viewing, talking. Is that better? Less nasally.
Yeah, just don't scrape that hair on your chin on it. 'Cause then it'll make a lot of noise.
Hilarious. I don't have hair on my chin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Also with us today.
I'm guessing you're having a bad self-esteem day. You feel the need to bring others down.
Wow. Why
Yeah.
are you so volatile?
I'm not.
Why are you so touchy?
I'm not. I'm just calling you out for your own behavior. That's
Why are you
what
so mean?
your own deflection. That's
Why
what
are
people
you so
who have
mean?
low self-esteem do. They just deflect to others.
Get counseling.
Who?
I have a therapist.
They're doing a bad job.
I can't help that.
Really, they suck
doing,
balls.
He's doing all right. He's fine.
Anyway.
Anyways, also with us today, all the way from Fresno.
No.
Nope, that's not next.
No,
He's
no.
not next.
No.
Nope, just kidding. All the way from a location unknown in the Kalamazoo area. Chewbacca's little brother, niece,
Nephew.
cousin, not niece, nephew. Chewbacca's nephew, the great and ever powerful, or somewhat
This sounds
powerful.
like a really this intro sounds familiar.
the great, and like the Wizard of Oz. Nolan Johncock. Yay!
Nice.
Hi there.
Strong work.
Hello.
How's it going, Nolan?
I'm good. Just another day in the life.
I was worried that you were only going to speak Wookiee, and we don't understand Wookiee, so we don't have a translator. So glad that you're speaking English.
You can add subtitles.
Cool. Yeah, we can do that.
Annotated subtitles for the listeners at home.
Yes.
This is the greatest interaction I've ever heard.
Isn't it? It's awesome. Super cool. Yay, Nolan.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Yay.
You're just mad because you don't get to talk.
Yay.
I'm confused on what's going on.
Are you easily confused?
No, it's just why are we fighting?
We're just trying to make it through the intro.
We're just,
We're
we're
literally
not fighting. We're not fighting. We're just having dialogue.
Literally trying to make it through the intro. Does it make you sad when mom and dad fight?
His parents
no.
got divorced. It brings up childhood trauma. He's had 3 stepmoms.
4.
Trauma.
5.
Three.
3. Sorry.
Yes, Swan was right the first time.
Yeah, see?
But
Why
yeah,
don't you
no,
see Swan, who
I'm
doesn't
used
pay
to my
attention and has
parents fighting.
ADD?
You're not my fucking parents.
Oh.
Then why are you projecting?
I'm not. I'm very used to watching parents fight.
You're just not used to watching your friend group fight?
No, I'm also used to that.
So then
It's
what the
just-
fuck is wrong?
Yeah,
Why
what's
can't
your
we
fucking
fight?
problem? Yeah.
Why do we have to get along?
What a problem then?
Why can't we all just love each other?
Can we make it through this intro, Swan?
We're going to. And also with us today, live from Fresno, remotely live, the Dark Lord of Browntown.
No, it's not first.
The monotone with the microphone.
Yeah.
The trailer park monster.
Truth.
The Dark Lord of Browntown.
Yep.
The Godfather of Thin Mints.
Nope, too soon.
The proponent for child labor. And the Godfather of Thin Mints.
And finally.
And finally, the newest or bestest returning member of the Slaptail Squad, our own JD Hutchins, JD Baby from Fresno.
Thank you, Swan.
You're welcome.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I could have, because she missed the Grand Commissioner of all things unholy.
Oh, I don't think I know that one, but I wanted to call him Jay Dizzle.
I'm stoked as hell to be back here inside the Slaptail Squad.
Ooh, inside the
Shout out.
Slaptail Squad.
Slaptail Nation.
Yeah.
I see
Nolan's putting on
Nolan
costumes over there.
putting his best formal attire on for my triumphant return. And this is the best way to cap the end of a horrific couple of months, as I was trapped inside a Limp Bizkit song.
Ooh,
Because
which one?
everything's
You did it all
fucked
for the nookie?
and everyone sucks.
Oh.
And I just want to break stuff.
Sweet.
That's a good song, though. Good song. It's probably not a great song on repeat for a month. This is Beaveman's newest thing. You guess what facial expressions that he's doing. However, they're all a bit distracting. That one's he's checking for loose parsley in his teeth. Nolan's...
It's not that distracting, but
I mean,
it does cause mouth noises, which I'm surprised he doesn't.
No, his mouth doesn't
have
make
something to
noises.
say
It's
about it.
kind of weird, isn't it?
Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I apparently always have the same look on my face, no matter whether it's interesting, boring, whatever.
I get that.
Yeah, so I will be changing my facial expressions while other people talk so that they can think that I'm actively engaged with what they're saying.
Or actively having a seizure.
Yeah, I was going to go with a stroke.
I don't
Is that
Now he
even
has
want
to
to...
shit.
Yeah, that's my shit face.
Good
That's
job,
my,
Nolan.
I got a shit face.
And let me clarify, by stroke face, I mean having a stroke, not stroking it.
Right.
Yes.
I thought it would be fun. I've been reading this book. I don't know if you guys know this, but I like true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
It's true. I don't know if you guys knew, but it is true. And so I read a lot of true crime, and I'm reading right now a manual that
I'm
breaks
just
down.
surprised you can read.
Oh,
It's,
that's pretty harsh there, Jay
pretty
Dizzle.
low on the comedy totem pole there, JD.
I mean, you've taken a bump to the head or two. It's just a good thing that you can make sense of words.
When was he? When he was serving our country?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fuck you.
actually.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, fuck Russia.
Yeah. FDT all the way.
Anyways, he's intently listening and no one's giving him any content. No one's talking. And look at that intent listening face.
What are we talking about today?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so I've been
He
reading
likes
this
true
book.
crime.
I've been reading this book, and it's basically a manual that categorizes crime. And so at the end of each categorization, there is a description of a case study. And I've been reading all these case studies, and I've been really noticing that people do the wrong thing when they hear something. Kind of like in the movies, it happens in real life. Yes, it's true. JD, you look amazed. Are you just interested in what I'm saying? You seem interested in what I'm saying.
He's
Active
pretending.
listening face.
Nice.
Ah.
It seems like there's a little drool coming out, though, the side.
A little
Yeah, I
bit,
thought
a
that
little
was
bit.
blowjob face.
That's what I was gonna say. He was waiting.
No,
for
that looks like this.
It's like, close your mouth, somebody pop a dick in it. I didn't know that was a thing. Now everybody's doing it, Swan. Aren't you happy?
No,
That one looks baked. Is that a baked look? Or is that you just got zapped by the microwave?
that one. It looks like he wants to be a vampire.
His eyes are way too open to be for that to be the baked look.
No, that's he wants to be a vampire and he's waiting for his fang teeth to grow in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Reading
these stories where there's more than one person murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the story starts off like this. This person is assaulted say in the home, they get shot, and they do one of two things happens. Either someone runs into the room to find out what happened, or the person who's shot runs into the room of their loved ones. And then what happens?
The assailant, killer, attacker either shoots them again because they think they're still alive instead of they could just play dead, or they shoot their family because they come in to try to help them, or both.
They fucking die. That's
So
my
you
guess.
draw attention to...
Has he been breathing this whole time? I
He
was
has.
wondering if he was taking a breath. Did he look like he was breathing?
He did. He blinked also.
He
So-
wasn't turning
Oh,
red. So
I never
assume-
blinked. Don't.
No,
put that
you
on
did
me.
blink. You blinked at least one time. I saw it.
Prove it.
Bullshit.
I can. We
Anyway.
can go back and watch it. So either they get killed because they're dumb and they move, or draw attention to the fact that they're still alive, so they get shot again, or they shoot the person who they run into the room for, like, oh, I gotta go check on my children, and then bang, your children are now dead.
Wow, that was really confusing. I'm not sure what you were talking about now.
Yeah, I don't know what the scenario is.
Okay, let me
Because
give
you weren't paying
Let
attention.
me give
No,
you...
I was paying attention, but your answer completely shifted on what I thought was happening.
Yeah. It was around...
Some attacker comes into your house or whatever, wherever you are, and shoots you, attacks you, whatever. And you, the one who got attacked, shot, beat up, whatever the fuck happened to you, goes into
okay, let's do one step at a
Okay,
time. Let's do one
okay.
step at a time. Let me try
Okay.
this again.
Yeah, try it again.
I'll give you a scenario. Home invader, home intruder. You catch them in your house. They turn and they shoot you. Makes a loud bang. You drop. Your wife runs into the room because you heard a loud bang. Bang, she's dead.
Okay, I'm dead in this scenario. What's the question?
There is no question.
So what was wrong with that scenario?
What is wrong with those actions?
Oh, I'm sneaking up on a motherfucker breaking into my house. Like, he's getting stabbed in the neck.
But
Nice,
you
nice,
already
nice.
got killed. So, but the
I am a stealthy motherfucker. I'm in your house right now.
cool.
Yeah, you guys didn't even know you have an attic.
Oh, we know we have an attic.
We know we have an attic.
Oh, you didn't know about the other attic.
Oh, we have
We're
two of
pretty
them.
well aware.
We have two.
But-
We had flying squirrels living in it.
Are you in the
for
right
once.
house? That's the question.
Oh.
Whose house are you in? 'Cause
Oh,
that does
fuck.
not look like our attic.
I'm in the wrong Mexican's house.
God
Fuck.
damn it. Let's turn to our expert in all things paranormal and all things not normal,
Mm-hmm.
JD. JD, what is wrong in this scenario? What is wrong with this picture?
The person that heard a gunshot and went into the room where the active shot was happening is a fucking idiot and didn't run.
So your wife is an idiot because she came to see if you were okay, therefore getting
mean-
shot also.
Well,
I mean, you're correct, but...
okay, it's a normal human reaction, obviously, correct?
Mhm.
Right.
But here's what I'm thinking. If you don't hear someone yelling for help,
They're probably dead.
they're
dead.
probably dead.
Yeah.
Which means they either shot themselves or someone shot them. The last thing you need to do is run into that room.
I just
Or
had the mental image of like a terrible marriage where the other person knows that their partner's suicidal and just hears the suicide attempt and says, "Ah, fuck, I'll clean it up in the morning."
Well, I mean,
the other option is you hear a shot, you arm yourself, and then you enter.
Yeah, but you got to get low, man. They're not expecting you to come in low.
Or
They're like,
fast.
seriously, got to do some. Yeah, the element of surprise is good. It is good. Which reminds me, we were slight segue. I was in this training session many years ago. It was a conference. It was for our martial arts style, and they all have these like really weird kind of warped ideas of stuff. And the guy said, "What would you do?" I said, "What would you do if someone came in this dojo right now and pulled a gun, start shooting at motherfuckers? What would you do?" And go.
Is there somebody fatter than me in the class?
Yes.
I'm going to fucking grab them and put them between me and the guy with the gun.
Okay. Great plan. But we were spread out around the room by about like 10 feet between us.
All right, that's not that big of a space to cover. That's like 2
Close the
paces.
distance.
Okay.
If you're
And
if
human
you're
shield.
good enough at martial arts, you karate chop the fucking bullets.
Cut them in half as they come at me.
That's right.
I mean, I've heard of coke nails, but how many? Like your nails got to be insane if you're cutting bullets.
No, I don't even have to touch it. It's just with my chi, man. I'd be
Just
cutting it with my
bend it.
chi.
Okay, chi is Chinese. Are we talking ki?
Fine, ki. Happy?
All right, ki is Dragon Ball Z. Are we talking reality?
Okay. Have you never tried to open a door using the Force?
I've tried multiple times.
Did it
only
work?
works when I get close to it and the sensor picks me up.
Oh, and I mean like a regular door, not an electrical door.
Oh no, if I need to open those that bad, I can just break them down.
I try it very often with our shower door.
Mm-hmm.
I try to open it with the Force.
Does it work?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to keep trying.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
You do know what the definition of insanity is, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Don't look it up.
I won't. Anyway, so he says, what would you do? Someone came in the dojo right motherfucking now with my fucking gun and started shooting. And everybody dropped and went for cover, except one person.
You?
Mm-hmm.
Me.
And then...
You rushed the guy, or did you
I
rush the
maneuvered.
back door?
Oh, I maneuvered.
And explain that to us. What does that look like?
Well, I closed distance low, and then I closed distance again at angles. And they're like, whoa, 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 motherfucker, what you do, motherfucker?
Are you telling us you zigzagged?
Yeah.
You serpentined?
I might
First-
have. I zagged
First he
and I
zigged.
Then I zagged.
then
and
he
then he
zagged.
zagged.
And then he might have
What's-
zigged again.
What's the distance between you and the gunman?
Let me see. I'm going to say 25 feet.
Okay, he shot you.
Nope.
So many times.
Nope.
Did he have
No.
gun? Did he have
First of all-
Did he have a play gun that he was working with?
First of
here?
all, most people suck at shooting moving targets. Hate to tell you. It's true.
that is probably
How much
true.
zigzagging can you do in a 25
Oh,
foot
I'm very
span?
quick. I am very quick. Because that's the first initial. When you first hear the gunshot, so this is how they train you. First of all, they pound this into your head. Move to the sound of the guns. They always say that. Move to the sound of the guns. Move to the sound of the guns. The actual job description, one of the parts of the job description for an infantryman is to close with and destroy the enemy. So there is no going away. So you have to close distance. You're always going to close distance. The first initial movement is to drop, but actually cover distance while you drop and return fire. Of course, I don't have a gun. All right. So, but I have dropped at an angle and in closed distance. And then after that, now it's the rush. It's the first initial drop. Now I have to hope, of course, that the others are more of a target because they're all whining and crying, but I'm going to close that distance and take out the gunman.
I mean, if they're all whining and crying and you're rushing him, you are presenting yourself as the target that guy should focus on.
Yeah,
now when we're saying you hit angles, are we talking like a 36, a 45, a 90, an obtuse, an acute?
we're talking
Curse
about,
out
we're
guy.
actually talking about a 31.5 for the initial
Precisely.
one. Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me get this straight. Guy comes in with a gun. Your first
Do it right.
reaction
Do it
is
right.
to... The guy comes in with a gun.
No, do it right.
What are you talking about?
How did I explain it to you?
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
This guy comes in with a gun. And your first reaction is to pull out a fucking protractor.
Well, no, I'm so good at it. I know what the angle. I don't have to pull out a protractor.
With your hands right now, make a 31.5 degree angle. Fuck you, that's 42.
It absolutely isn't.
Who's got autism?
Let the
here?
record show. Well, that's why this, you know what? And I didn't do this. I'm sorry for this, is I didn't introduce the panel appropriately and why they're so important.
Oh, okay.
We have the Swan
Yes.
with a somehow puzzle solving logical brain, yet has obvious ADD.
That is why I have a puzzle solving logical brain. It's my ADD harnessed. Yeah.
We have Nolan. Clearly, this kid's autistic.
Is it diagnosed? Or is this a self-diagnosis?
Fuck no, I don't want the government knowing shit about me.
They already
Anyway.
know, buddy. They already know.
He is autistic.
Clearly, this kid's autistic because he thinks they don't know. We have
They don't have it in writing.
We have the obscure fact and somehow very in-depth thought process of the autistic kid. Yeah, that's you.
Useless knowledge. Cool. Yeah, we got
So
it.
much.
And then we have the dark, ever so dark thought process and the skilled marksman that is the J Diz.
This is true, yes.
Also, he thinks very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tactical.
He likes concrete thought. He wants the facts
Okay.
to deduce what to do in the situation.
Just the facts, man.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have me, who's not even sure you guys exist.
Do anybody
true.
really exist?
I don't know the answer to that question.
We're all just stardust, baby.
I still think we're all just thought forms of someone in an insane institution.
And I hate that person. You know why? Because they could have had me not have such fat flanks.
That is true. Or that.
I thought you were going to ask for a bigger dick.
I would rather have no fat on my flanks than to have a bigger dick.
4 inches got you this far.
Hi-yo.
It did.
About 4 inches.
Yeah. And that other 1 3/4 helped out quite a bit too. Anyway,
That's what the surgery was for.
elongation therapy.
That's why it's purple.
Back to my. That's why it's purple and dead.
You've
at the,
seen
that's why
it?
it's dead at
You've
the end.
seen it?
It's dead at the end.
I plead the fifth, Swan.
Oh.
Oh, I've seen so many of my friends' junk in a medical sense. It's terrible. Anyway, moving on. What were we talking about?
On that note,
are
back
you
to
still
the-
getting,
about
are you
the
still
dojo
getting photos
scenario.
of yeasty ball sacks?
I got more pictures today.
How do you get yeasty ball sacks?
It's
They
warm.
weren't mine, I promise.
It's warm and wet.
See, that's why I don't wear underwear.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
You just
listen
got a
to-
pee
did you
spot?
listen- yeah. Did you? Go ahead, Swan.
Did you listen to the last podcast of my Manic Minute? You're
Where?
going to have to find it
Where she
because
talked
you
about the pee
probably
spot?
have a pee spot.
He doesn't listen to this fucking
The
podcast.
pee spot?
Yeah.
The pee
On
I'm
spot.
your-
talking about
Yeah, on
the
your
piss
pants.
spot on your underwear when men don't shake properly.
Yeah, well, you don't wear underwear, so it's on your pants, buddy.
I shake properly.
It doesn't
It
matter.
still drips
it doesn't
out.
matter. It doesn't matter how much you wiggle and shake and whatever.
There's always one last drip, just like the freaking gas pump. When you
Yeah, pat
can
that
shake
shit.
that shit as much as you want, and one little drip of gas always drips.
I feel like you guys are underestimating the amount of piss pressure I can use.
There
you gotta
is-
dab it.
There's
got to dab
still
it.
a little drip that comes
Got to
out of
dab
the
it.
urethra at the end.
I do the whole jiggle, get the whole wave in it.
Uh-huh.
Flicks it on.
Doesn't
the
matter
wall,
how much
it's
you
great.
wiggle and dance. Last 2 drops go in your pants.
It's true.
Well, see, here's the thing. They're called hand dryers, but they're not just for hands.
So you
Yeah,
just
I'm
stand
tall
at the
enough that I
dryer
can
to
fuck
like.
that thing.
Well, we're pretty sure it's not going to get stuck in there. Hey,
Unless it's one of those, unless it's one of those Dyson ones that you have to like stick them down in there, then
Yeah.
that's a
Dude,
different.
how
whole
cool would
I'm
that
sorry,
be?
do you guys not stuff your balls in when you're fucking?
No. How cool would that be to have a freaking ball dryer in the bathroom, like a hair dryer? That would be so fucking awesome.
I think
I'm not gonna
broke
lie,
JD.
it would be refreshing.
Yeah. And they could have it blow like mint scented air.
Nah, I want
Please do,
cinnamon.
'cause-
I want a cinnamon dick.
A cinnamon dip. So
There's-
spicy.
There's nothing worse than hot ball air circulating in a small space,
Oh, for sure.
as Swan would know from her recent work experience.
Right.
Yeah. Hers is hot vulva.
Oh,
God, I can taste that when you say it.
spicy.
Oh, man.
It was pretty funny when
Wait a
I
minute.
described
Vulva
it,
and
though.
lava? Vulva? Lava? Hot vulva.
Hot vulva.
Hot molten vulva.
That brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, it's dripping.
That makes me think of that hot orange nacho cheese, and I don't know why, but that's gross.
Yeah, I don't know why you associate the color orange with pussy. That's fucked.
Not pussy, just the hot
Ahsoka
molten,
Tano.
hot molten vulva.
She's a teenager in almost all of her
No.
fucking appearances.
Nah. No.
9 seasons of the Clone Wars versus
Anyway.
3 seasons of Rebels and one of her own show.
A nerd. Look at, see, there's your nerd right there, right
Giant
there.
fucking nerd.
Anyway.
I just played Pokemon Crystal last night, motherfucker.
What?
It's a different universe. Age gaps don't count.
Yeah, thank you. That sound effect was needed.
So back to the dojo gun experience. So
John Cock wasn't done. Nolan, what were you getting on with it before he was so rudely interrupted?
Oh, sorry.
All right. So you got this guy. He's 25 feet away from you. You had a room full of other motherfuckers in a dojo. Are there any weapons on the walls?
Yes.
Yeah, lots.
Okay, I'm grabbing a fucking, like, anything and just chucking it at him.
Sweet.
Because I want him to flinch. I want
Okay.
him to have to take his eyes off the group, which will give me time to close distance.
One
And then
question,
I'm gonna
Beaveman.
fuck him.
Yeah. You're going to fuck him?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to assert dominance.
First or second? You're going to take him down, then you're going to fuck him.
We
I
can
mean,
do it
he could
standing,
do-
whatever works.
Okay. You know what we should have done? We should have got some. I wouldn't have any, but I'm sure Nolan does. We could have grabbed some dice and be like, okay, you're gonna do this, and then if you roll this, then that's what happens. If you don't, then
Of course he has a
Nat
D&D
20,
guy on
bitch.
hand.
don't know what that means. But great,
That's an automatic success on an attack.
we wouldn't know.
We don't know.
We don't know these things. All right, so
I do.
Oh.
I'm a nerd.
Okay,
Respect.
so Nolan grabs what we say, a sai, pair of nunchaku.
Let's go with the Boken.
You're gonna chuck. He's gonna chuck a. Well, we don't actually have those on the wall.
You don't have staffs on the wall?
That's a
No,
bow.
those are.
A
Yeah.
boken is the wooden sword.
Oh, yeah. Nope, you're right. My bad. It's been 20 years since I took ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu is bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
One quick question,
I was
Beaveman.
10.
Was your trainer on this particular day Larry Dickham?
Because he's going to take him down.
No, was not that. It was not that kind of karate, and he does not smoke a cigarette.
Okay, so you did get the reference. Good.
Yes, good one. But he is a master.
And then, once I hit him with the wooden sword flying through the air and I fuck him against the counter, I'm going to pull out a wrench, because if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
But he couldn't, so he's fucked.
Exactly. I'm not going to throw it. I'm just going to hit him with it.
Nice.
Dodge this, motherfucker.
Unless he
sorry.
has the
Let me
luck of
rephrase
the
that.
Irish, then he's not dodging shit.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Parry this, you filthy casual.
Okay.
JD is getting all of this. You
Yeah,
two are not nerdy enough.
This is deep, dark, dank dungeon lore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing.
All right. So what are you saying? So what are you saying that you would do in this instance then?
He's gonna grab
JD.
whatever weapon. Oh, you're asking JD now. Okay, I was just recapping.
So aside from the
real
karate
quick.
chop approach, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to catch the bullet between my teeth and spit it back at the assailant with such force that his head immediately explodes upon impact.
Damn, don't we want to like have him prosecuted instead? God,
Nah,
I prefer to
justice is
torture.
for the weak.
prefer torture.
Real quick, though, in my scenario, I did bring a wrench to this martial arts class.
Well, I figured JD was going to pull the gun out of his karate pants, but he didn't.
Where's the old between my butt cheeks,
Hello.
prison pocket style?
None of your business.
Gotta stay strapped.
I mean, it would be kind of satisfying to just Indiana Jones that motherfucker.
Well, that would be a reverse Indiana Jones, because he has a gun and you'd have a sword,
That's true.
which would be even more badass because you brought a sword to a gunfight and won.
I would totally bring a sword to a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a boss move. It's like, I thought we were going to do this like gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, so nice. I love my sword.
Hmm.
See,
he looking
sword
at the
tops
sword?
gun because when you shoot someone, you're not close enough to hear the last breath escape their lungs.
Anyway. So we know what JD would do. Logically, though, for real, JD
But-
is, what would you do?
Yeah.
What, Swan? You want a turn?
I do.
You want a turn?
But I'm not.
Do you want
JD's
a turn?
not done. I do.
Do you want a turn?
Yeah, I do.
No, we'll come back to reality then. Let's hear what Swan has to say first.
Well, being as I know how the dojo is laid out, so
What
if
does that have
he's,
to do with anything?
but this is relevant. So he's coming in the. Fuck off! He's coming in the door.
Know
Where
your
are you-
exits, Beaveman.
Yeah, I would go out the other door. Like deuces, see you later, everybody else. I would just walk out the other door. That is right where I am.
It's locked.
At all costs,
I can.
always
Locked from
avoid the death funnel.
inside.
I'm sure it has a turn the handle out. I'm out. Deuces, bye bye. I'm not gonna play around. If everybody else gets shot, they're bigger than I am. That's fine. They can fend for themselves
Well,
too.
not everybody there is bigger than you.
No, okay.
So what you're
That's
saying
very
is
mean.
you're going to run away.
Yeah. Survival. At my
Effective strategy.
Why would I engage when I'm 25 feet away
Dishonorable.
and right next to a door?
I mean, you could go out that door, circle around, come up behind
I
him.
mean,
Yeah.
maybe that would happen with
Probably not.
I'd go back to my car and get my own gun and then boom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you're going to end
I
up
mean,
like
and
Weezer's
maybe
wife.
I would just stand at the exit for when he comes out with my
After
own
he's
gun.
done killing everybody?
Yeah, with my own gun.
Most likely he's out of ammo by then.
Yeah.
This is America. He's got extra mags.
No, these people are stupid.
I was going to say they're probably stupid and they just carry just enough.
The dumbest school shooters bring like 3 or 4 mags.
And how many of them do they get to use?
3 or 4.
Most of the time they suck ass.
Yeah, they
Well,
need extra mags because they're
they suck
inaccurate.
ass, period. Not most of the time. They always suck. All right.
Nolan, maybe you have a future in consulting school shooters.
Do you really want that
No,
job?
I don't think so.
I think that's a terrible job. Maybe for crime prevention.
I mean, think about it like this. If a school shooter is seeking me out, that means I know who they are, and I can just immediately be like, hey, cops, this asshole asked me for help to shoot a bunch of kids. Maybe arrest him.
Ultimate
enough.
prevention right
seems
there.
like-
JD's thinking 4D chess. I appreciate JD's 4D chess move right there to catch school shooters before they do anything.
I thought that
Exactly.
was
That was my intention all along.
I thought D was the size of you guys' tits.
Oh,
Hi-yo!
What was the size of my tits?
D.
D cup.
Yeah, D cup.
I got B's, baby.
I'm at least a double. Come on, give me credit.
I mean, I guess
It could be a B. Yeah, it looks like a B. He's right.
It doesn't fill my whole hand.
Yeah, it's strong. I mean, it's barely past A.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, now he's getting all offended. He's like,
I have,
But
I
I
have
thought-
It's like, my
respectable man
tits,
titties.
my tits are definitely bigger than A. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I want
I've
to
had
be
lesbians
able to
compliment me
graduate.
about my tits.
I want to be able to graduate from that training bra. I want a real cup size.
I was kind of giving him an offhanded compliment, but then he's like insulted that he doesn't have B's.
Yeah. I've worked hard to get these tits.
He just wants to stop stuffing Beaveman, that's all.
Oh, I read this really sad one. This was
Ain't
terrible.
no-
All right,
stuff.
ain't nobody need to see that. Those are definitely
Wow,
bigger than
that-
A cups.
Yeah, he got wraparound tits.
Yeah.
He got the side booby.
Yeah.
I show tits.
Hey, that's not
everywhere
funny,
I go.
damn it.
That's just truth. This is peak male performance body right here.
This is true.
Yeah,
I
I've been
can run
trying
like
too hard.
100 feet without dying.
I've been trying too hard all these years.
This is true also.
It is. That's true. That's why I gave up. Gave up and said, just suck it out.
Anyway, do you know the best way to avoid getting murdered?
How's that?
Not be there, Miyagi.
Not be there. Never leave your fucking house.
Oh no, most of these people got killed in their house.
Yeah, but if you're always in your house and you're always ready, good luck.
Man, you guys got to read this book. JD, Nolan, you would enjoy it.
You know I can't read.
You can get
Anyway.
the audiobook.
You
Oh,
know
it's
I
totally
can't
not worth it.
listen.
Anyway, this one that was really sad was this guy was just randomly killing people. There was no reason. There was no connection to really any of them. Shoots this dude's dad right in front of him from like 150 yards.
Shit.
Yeah, the kid's a good shot. Actually, it's not true. He was a white supremacist. That was his motive. Anyway, kid runs to help his dad, shoots him. I'm like, sorry, dude, dad is down. You know there's an active shooter who's clearly a good shot.
decent shot or really lucky, and you walk right up to him so that you get shot too. That's sad.
Run right to where his last target was.
I mean, is he running up there to drag him to a safer position, or is he trying to render aid right where he fucking fell?
Oh, I'm sure he was just trying to get to his dad. Period.
Yeah, that's you got to pull him behind a car.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get behind that wheel well.
Who hasn't played Call of Duty?
I've played it, but I'm really not good at it because
That's
it
not
makes
what he
me
asked.
nauseous.
He
It
just
makes
said-
me nauseous to play it.
Makes you nauseous?
Yeah, it gives me motion sickness. All those games where you're like Moving around like that? Oh.
Well, the modern ones are ridiculous because you're like running around and sliding on your knees and stupid shit. The older ones are a little bit better about that.
All of them. It's not good.
What 3D 360 no scope's gonna make you throw up.
Boom, headshot.
Yep. And plus, I also die as soon as I'm like in there. Like someone just kills me. I'm like, you're dead.
Wow.
It's not good.
I can't play him either, which is very disappointing.
I feel like Beaveman would absolutely pwn if he could actually play.
I might if I knew what that meant.
That means you'd be dope.
Ah.
If you kick some ass.
Your guys' nerd vernacular is severely lacking.
My nerd vernacular is 30 years older than yours. 20, actually. 18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Oh, maybe you should school us.
Well,
then,
maybe you should get some friends your own fucking age then, eh?
Have you met people my age? They suck.
Well then,
This is what you're stuck with.
I guess you're stuck with our old vernacular.
Have you met people younger than me?
Would you
They're
eat my
awful.
They are awful.
Hey, why don't you eat my shorts?
Yeah.
And how about your mom?
Eat my shorts, really? Bart doesn't even say that anymore.
What does he say now?
I don't know. I haven't watched Simpsons in 10 years.
But it's still going on.
Oh, yeah, they're never going to let it die. I stopped watching after the Lady Gaga episode where it was telling Lisa that she should bully other people to feel better about herself. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm not watching this anymore.
I'm not down with the bullying.
I think I got
I
season
mean-
1 through 8.
It works for Beaveman.
What?
Bullying to
Putting
make
others
himself
down
be
to make yourself feel better.
No, it doesn't make me feel any better.
Oh,
it doesn't,
you're
make,
just
it doesn't make
doing
me
it?
feel better. It doesn't make me feel better about myself. It just makes me happy. I mean,
I like how
don't get silly on me.
he didn't even try to deny it.
Why should I deny? Why should I deny it? It would be such an obvious lie.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad Ricker's not here because he doesn't have someone to funnel his hate into.
he would defend me like the friend he is.
Something like
He
that.
does care, you guys.
You have friends?
Yeah,
I have a
one.
couple.
He has like
I
one.
have a couple.
Well, he would defend you on one mic, and then he would go to the other mic and tell the truth, right?
Oh man, I was listening to a morning show the other day, and they were just totally ripping on how much Kiss sucks, and I was dying laughing. I wanted to get an audio clip and send it to JD. So I told you Kiss sucks.
I don't find
They have,
that funny at
3
all.
or 4
Beaveman.
good songs.
Yeah, but they overall, in general, are sucky.
Yeah, that's true of every band.
Not Tom Petty, R.I.P. Not Prince, R.I.P.
Those aren't bands; those are artists.
Oh, they both had a band,
Oh,
actually.
moted.
Yeah. Do you know any
How
of the
about
band
AC/DC?
member names?
I don't have to know their names. I know the name of the band.
That
And
wasn't
these
the
chicks
band.
don't even know the name of my band.
Oh, what's the
Didn't-
name of your band?
Wasn't the AC/DC drummer arrested for trying to have a hitman murder his wife?
There was like 3 different AC/DC drummers. And
The
I
most-
don't know the answer to that question.
The
I'm
longest
probably going to
tenured
piss all
one.
you off when I say I don't like Nirvana.
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
They're just overplayed. Just tired of hearing them.
Have you seen the Nirvana Guitar Hero?
No.
Comes with a shotgun controller instead of a guitar.
Nice.
Hi-oh.
Does it come with like an inflatable Courtney Love doll to pull the trigger?
Can she have track marks?
That's probably the DLC.
Terrible.
We're monsters. We're all going to hell.
It's okay
R.I.P.
though. It's probably more fun there.
I'll be
All right,
driving the
Where all the
bus.
cocaine and strippers are.
I'm driving the bus, JD.
For
Oh
what?
God!
To hell.
That's going to be a short bus.
I mean, you're
We'll all get
on
there
it.
safely unless there's a deer on the side of the road.
You guys can't sit on the same side, though. JD, Nolan.
Because
It's
the
a
bus will
bus.
tip. Because
Yeah.
we're fat. Yeah, ha ha.
Like, if it was a Miata, that would have been funnier. It's a bus. The damn thing weighs 10 tons.
10 tons? Does it? Does
Yeah.
it? 10 tons.
All right, we're all on
Seems
the
like an
internet.
awful round number.
Place your fucking
If it were.
bet.
Okay,
Place
let's.
your-
I'm gonna.
Are you-
my bet's on Nolan because
I'm
he's
sorry, you
autistic.
say no. He says it's 10 tons.
How
10 tons
He is wrong.
heavy?
is a bus.
Are you having a math argument with a Tism Rizzer?
Yes. This is what makes him happy.
This does make
I
him
was
happy.
wrong. It's fucking heavier.
Oh, how many?
It's 14 to 19.5 tons.
Okay, could you say that again for the listening audience that might have
But
missed it?
is that a regular size bus or a little bus?
That's why there's a
But-
range, Swan.
Because
there's a
we're driving
range.
the little bus. Maybe the little bus is only 10 tons.
I'll look up the short bus. I'll freely admit that I underestimated the weight, but that just helps my argument.
That we're
That
not
you're heavy?
flipping.
Oh, fuck you. Short bus, 10,000 pounds to 14,000. The
You're
tism
welcome.
fucking
You're
wins.
welcome, Nolan. I had your back.
See,
I'm
Nolan
sorry.
had to reference the size of the short bus because
Hold
that's
on
the one
just
that
1 second.
he's familiar with.
Think about this. Now, he said 10 tons.
Uh-huh.
And what is they're giving you pounds or are they giving you tons?
He said tons.
I just want to hear it again.
Oh, it was giving me a kilogram, so every 1,000 kilograms is a ton.
Wrong. 2. Every 2,000 is a ton.
That's an imperial ton. A metric ton is 1,000 kilograms.
So who's right here? It's me.
It's me. It was
me.
metric tons.
Did it say metric tons?
Yeah.
Did it though? Are
Yeah.
you sure, Lottie?
Look, I think this is called gaslighting. This is an example of
Is that what happened?
gaslighting.
Yeah, but who's gaslighting?
Is that
who?
what-
Yes,
Both
I
each
do.
other.
But is that what happened? Is that what happened?
Hey, are you going Scottish
I
on
don't
me?
think that's what happened.
Are you going Scottish on me?
I go Scottish.
Oh,
I'm
you
not going-
didn't
I'm
know.
going
You
Irish.
didn't know.
I went
You
Irish, but now you're going Scottish. I don't want to
First
go.
things first, that was terrible Irish. This is far better Irish. You got to be a little bit more lyrical about it.
Okay, listen to me.
Oh, now we're going pendejo.
You're not going to talk to me that way.
I'm not going to talk to you that way.
I thought him going Pendejo was just his regular voice.
No,
Anyway.
that's just depression.
Anyway,
Oh,
now
that's-
Yeah, just-
I
As
I
I
stand
woke up, I
corrected. That's his regular voice is Hoto.
yeah, that woke me up. It was my regular when I wake up. I'm like, I woke up again.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's
Again.
like
Another
Oh,
day
shit.
in this shit show we're all forced to call
what's
life.
that movie called? Where it's a dream within a dream within a dream.
Groundhog's Day.
Inception.
Inception. Thank you.
Oh, Groundhog's Day, much better.
They're both really good movies.
I don't think I saw Inception.
It's pretty good.
I've heard. I think it's probably like dumb people that say it's not good because they didn't
Yeah,
get it.
it's one of those Christopher Nolan movies where people say it's too complicated, and I'm like, it's really not.
You know what's a
it's basic-
complicated movie?
What?
Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah.
Is
I
that a
still
movie?
haven't figured that one out.
I thought that was a Bible-like story.
Oh yeah, Jacob's Ladder. It's a thing, and it's an actual instrument. It means what is it? Mean Swan.
I don't know.
Different ways to go up or some shit like I don't know.
Something
Anyway,
like that.
very good movie. I've watched it several times since it came out, and I still don't think I have it correct. And if you read about it, there's just theories.
Yeah, a lot of movie guys don't like to give answers because they want their movie to be talked about forever, which
keep
I
it
think is
vague.
bullshit. It's like, hey, Francis, shut the fuck up and tell us what the meaning at the end of this fucking Sopranos was, okay? Just tell us. And I was thinking of The Godfather, but those two franchises live in the same spot in my brain.
You should really watch this movie and dissect it.
Jacob's
And
Ladder?
figure it out for me. Came
All right,
out. Came out in the late '80s.
You watch Inception, I'll watch Jacob's Ladder.
We
Okay.
could watch both of them. We could have a movie watch party.
I
You
think
wanna come
Inception is
over,
like
Nolan?
1,000 hours long.
It's like 2.5.
Scientifically speaking, the Jacob's Ladder is the thing with two rods with the blue arc of electricity that goes up to the end, right?
Oh, like a Tesla coil?
Or am I thinking of something different?
We saw a Tesla coil. It was dope.
We did.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Anyway, Tesla was awesome. Not from this planet. Anyway,
He
I don't know,
just
JD.
had autism.
he was not from this planet, Nolan.
Neither was
I
Fermi. They just snatched him
know.
back up.
Oh, sorry, B-Man, I digress. I forgot this was the podcast where you don't learn shit.
So are you going
It
to tell
is
us
a
if you're right?
podcast
There's more
where
than
you
one
don't
type of
learn
There is
shit.
more than one Jacob's Ladder.
So
I believe you.
So what is it? Where's our producer?
yeah,
Aren't you the
God.
producer?
Look that up and tell us what. Oh yeah, I am. Well then, talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Somebody get Ron's on the phone now.
Stat.
Stats.
We need that clip.
Wow, you guys.
Well, you guys are doing. They're both googling. I don't even have anything to fill this silence in with because
Swan, do you have a manic minute?
I
This would be a
do
good
have a
time.
manic minute, but I don't know what its topic is yet because no one has given me the manic minute topic.
Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, no, I don't know
It was
anything about
initially
that.
a biblical story.
Yeah, but we don't.
Is anybody here young enough to play Pokemon? Because we can talk about that while he does this.
Young enough to
Pokemon's
play
not-
Pokemon? We know how to
Young
play
enough
Pokemon.
to play it, cool enough to not to.
You mean you were lame enough?
You're just,
No, but I was.
that's
I was
just
really
what your
high.
parents told you because they didn't want to spend money on Pokemon cards. They couldn't afford that
Fuck the
because they were
cards. The card game
playing
sucks.
they were buying cigarettes and alcohol.
Actually, that was a lie. I started out playing Pokemon, and I had a bad experience where I washed an entire pocket full of Pokemon cards, and I've never gone back because it reminds me of terrible childhood trauma.
Man,
Oh,
I've got
the
so many
handheld
Pokemon
games.
cards, it's insane.
Yeah, we have a ton
I was just
of them.
thinking though, because the main characters are all like 10-year-old kids, and the villains are usually adults.
Mm-hmm.
That why not in the middle when their Pokemon are battling, like the Charizard's fighting the Weezing or whatever the fuck the modern Pokemon are, the adults don't just jump the kid and beat the shit out of
Yeah.
him
Whoop that ass.
and be like, "Oh, cool, your Charizard beat my Weezing. I have its Pokeball. Oh, cool, it's my Charizard now. Fuck you."
And now
You're
I have
10.
both of them,
I'm an
and you get
adult.
nothing. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Tell your mom?
Yeah, Team
But-
Rocket needed to step up their evil game.
Another thing, they're after rare Pokemon, and they have a talking Meowth.
Yeah, but he can't drop gold because he decided he wanted to freaking talk.
Okay, he's a talking Pokemon.
Yeah, but he can't.
There's like 4 of
it would have been
those.
better if he just dropped gold every freaking so many days.
And somehow he's from Brooklyn.
What's
I
that called?
never understood
Payday?
that.
Payday, right? That's the move.
Yeah.
Aha!
Haha.
Haha.
Ooh, here's a nerd.
Me.
Probably everyone
All
in this
of us?
room,
All of
sadly.
us? What do you mean,
Yeah.
sadly? You wish. You are a nerd, but you're not a cool one.
All right, here's the true nerd question. Which sci-fi fantasy wins in open combat?
Open combat?
Yep, any of them, any form.
I'm going to go with Battlestar Galactica.
Nope.
But there's no wrong or right answer.
Oh, no, there's a right answer. I'll get to it once everybody else guesses. Swan.
Star Wars.
Which sci-fi? Star Wars? Yeah, wrong. JD?
Hmm.
He might get it.
Conan the Barbarian.
Sci-fi, bud.
That's sword and sorcery.
Yeah, that's classic
Oh.
fantasy.
My fucking bad.
Calm down. We all still love you.
Think faster.
Oh, I know the answer.
The guys from Starship Troopers? Fuck, I don't know.
Starship Troopers? Good guess, but no, it's Warhammer 40k. They win every fight.
Lame.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
It's just the scale, because they have a whole galaxy.
Oh,
They have so many ships they don't even keep track. I know how many Star Destroyers the Empire had at its height.
How many?
25,000.
How many Class A?
Class A? I don't fucking know. The nitty gritty. You're the Star Wars expert. I'm gonna burn your fucking house down.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that.
How many interdictors did they have?
His and Flex.
How many core reactors are on the Death Star?
The Death Star? A lot.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real
Good.
nice.
Safe answer
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Really safe answer.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You guys might be surprised to know that, to learn that I see a psychologist.
No way.
Nah.
Never could have
What?
But it's for his benefit, clearly,
For
because he
case
keeps
studies?
asking me back.
You're fucking your psychiatrist?
No, psychologist.
Psychologist. And
And
he's
no, I'm not
clearly
fucking
doing a
him.
research project on him.
You're not fucking him yet, Beaveman. Think positive.
He hasn't made you yet.
Hey, not gonna make me. I'm the big spoon in a little package.
Well, the big spoon is the big spoon.
Yeah, that's the one that does
That's
the
the
fucking.
one that does the
Yeah.
fucking.
I know. That's me.
So you said
So
you're
you're
not
gonna
fucking
fuck
him
him.
yet.
That's what I said.
You're fucking your psychiatrist. That's what,
Psychologist.
what's the fucking difference?
There's a
He
huge difference.
He can't give him meds as a treat for at the end. He just
Nolan-
gets to do it for the therapy.
Nolan, when you're fucking them, there's not much difference, Nolan.
Exactly. One man's asshole is just like another man's
That's
asshole.
not true.
Not
Yeah,
true?
some of us have hemorrhoids.
There's so much variability. There's tags. There's colors.
Like, do you
Sounds
have
like
the
he's
star
speaking
shape
from
or the
experience.
X?
Hemorrhoids.
There's
hemorrhoids.
texture.
There's,
No.
There's
Hair.
old hair. There's no hair. There's
We're all
ingrown-
forgetting the most important
there's
part, the
ingrown ha-
cleanliness.
The ingrown hairs.
Some men just don't take care of
There's
themselves.
Oreos.
What do you mean, some?
Oh, no, there was a study done in the early 2000s, and it turns out that like
Allegedly.
8 to 10% of American men just don't wipe their asses because
That's-
they think it's gay.
That's horrific.
Yeah, it's like, bro. Fuck
But then
you.
again, I've been to enough metal concerts to probably confirm this statistic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's
So you
gross.
walk around just smelling ass?
I mean,
It's a metal concert.
between the BO, the battle jacket stench, and the hot, dry summer heat,
Hot, molten vulva.
Call back.
metal concerts oftentimes can be probably the most rank places to
It
be.
makes me not want to go to one.
I don't know. I went to a folk concert once, and it was the smelliest thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, you know what? I stand corrected.
Because at least the metal dudes like bathe on a somewhat regular basis. Folk
Every
people
once in a blue
think
moon.
it's like not healthy to bathe.
Or shave. Or all sorts of things. What kind of face is that? That's like your...
So, what you're saying is
No.
the only holes that folk artists clean are the ones in their instruments.
Probably.
Pretty much. And I would not want to have to clean like a folk artist like trumpet. I just don't.
The
You know,
amount
what,
of spittle.
you know what I find disturbing?
A lot.
Is the complete lack of Renaissance porn. It's not good.
Oh, I'm going to say, there's plenty of Renaissance porn. It's
yeah,
just
but there's
good.
not good rent fair porn, and I think that needs to be addressed.
How did we
Yep.
get from that to that? What happened?
Well, we were
there?
talking about sweaty like hippies, so jumping to
Oh,
sweaty
I
Ren Fair
see.
people who
But they
do
usually
in fact
smell good.
fuck.
Yeah,
We
but
were
they smell
talking
good.
about that, and
Well,
Beaveman
yeah,
was
they-
fantasizing. I see.
Same problem. They don't bathe, but at least they like rub lavender on themselves to like fit the fucking mode
Oh, they bathe, brother.
They
in
just
the river. But
They
it's
bathe,
the
no.
Kalamazoo River.
They're bathing
They
in
bathe in-
hot water in those big tubs
they bathe in patchouli oil, maybe.
and rub it. No. There's no patchouli. It's like lavender and vanilla and all that other shit.
Yeah, this is going to be a TISM moment, but if they're going to be a Ren Fair, they really shouldn't be using like the big communal tubs because those went out of favor after the bubonic plague in the 1300s, which is about 150 years before the official beginning of the Renaissance.
Bam! Eat that,
Tismed.
nerds!
At that point in time, what was the top two schools of sword
In the Renaissance?
at that time? Right there.
Yeah, no
Leave
fucking
us-
clue. I'm going to leave that one to you, bud.
All right.
You know, the thing
Okay.
about Ren Fairs is I appreciate the commitment to authenticity, but do we have to bring back medieval tooth care? Like, I think we can do without that aspect.
Okay.
You don't want to get me started on medieval tooth care. It was wild.
Was
let's-
it?
let's hear
dude,
about it.
tell.
Okay, so imagine going to the dentist, but the dentist is also the butcher, and he's also the barber, and he's also the guy that makes the horseshoes.
Is he also the baker and the candlestick maker?
He might be.
No, but those two guys are the same guys. But anyway,
No, but
so
he
it's-
did take care of Jack and Jill.
Up the hill or down the hill?
Oh, both.
Both before and after.
imagine him taking the same implement that he uses to remove horseshoes from horses and sticking that in your mouth with zero antiseptic, zero disinfectant, zero anything, and just yanking on it. And if it doesn't come out, he's going to pull out a chisel
Cool.
and just chisel your tooth out of your fucking jawbone.
And
Yeah.
if that doesn't work, he's just going to cut you and let you bleed out.
Yeah. Usually you die from infection.
Honestly, though, teeth like that are easy to yoink.
If they're that
Oh, they would pull
infected,
several at a time.
Yeah, they're easy to yoink.
they're pulling out some good ones too, just because.
Yeah, because they didn't have precision implements. So imagine it's like a 2 or 3 inch long piece of metal you're sticking in their mouth. You're going to get 2 or 3 teeth.
And like it.
A
No,
knife?
you're going to pass out from the pain and not be able to talk for a month.
It's probably fine. It's probably fine. You'll be all right.
And nobody want to hear me. And they're going to die anyway of sepsis.
Yeah, I mean, life expectancy, what, like 60 years if you were well off?
Yeah, let's see, the book I read about the Pope and his sister, they were during that time frame. And she lived an extremely long life, but most of the time people died pretty young. She was like 60, but she was royalty. So
Yeah, was that the Borgias?
no, god damn it, that book was so good. It was called The Woman Pope.
With the brief mention of the Pope, can I just take a minute to say, USA, 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 USA.
Hell yeah.
Chicago Pope, baby.
Yeah. Fuck
did
that.
think-
Yeah, fuck you, Trump. Take that.
I did think it would have been funny if the African dude had won that was just crazy conservative, like fire and brimstone Catholic. That would have been funny.
We just immediately regress the papacy back 100 years.
Yeah, just fuck it. We're going fire and brimstone. We're launching a new crusade. Fuck yeah, like just wild
Ooh,
shit.
a new crusade.
Yeah.
You could totally just carry your sword and walk around and be like, yep, that's me.
I'm
Yup.
not sure if the Vatican City has gun control.
They have their own army.
Yeah, they have the Swiss Guard.
They dress kind of interesting.
Ceremonially.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's so that when they stab you, it catches you off guard.
I mean, they have a halberd, so you shouldn't really be caught off guard when they stab you with it.
They wish.
One would think,
Yeah, tourists are pretty stupid.
probably because they're American. Just saying.
American tourist videos on YouTube are some of my favorite. It's like, did you not read a pamphlet before you came here?
I'm gonna make
Probably.
faces.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what this inscription says on the wall. Oh, that's an ancient inscription. It's Roman graffiti. It says Julius was here and he has a big dick.
Mm-hmm. And he liked
We've
his
actually-
baths.
We've actually found graffiti from the Roman era of Romans going to Egypt.
You
and
did?
being like,
Where'd you find that?
we as in
Like
us, modern
as in
humans. The royal we, damn it.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not an archaeologist.
Sure. Paleontologist?
No, dinosaurs aren't
Epidemiologist.
real. They're dragons.
Epidemiologist?
Epidemiologist, really?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
In this economy?
Well, it really in no economy, but it doesn't matter. Although recently they did pretty good. Anyway, anybody got anything?
They had a hell of a 2020, didn't they?
They had their time. Yeah, sure did.
They were waiting for it.
All right. Does anybody got a topic for Swan? A good one? Anyone?
Not Jacob Slatter.
Anyone?
Because I would fail miserably.
Okay, Swan, what's your understanding of basic world history?
That's a blank look right there.
There's your answer.
That was one blank
Okay.
motherfucking look.
Do you know who Genghis Khan is?
Oh, don't make it hard.
He's
Ooh,
one of the
that's what
most
she
He's
said.
a Pokemon.
famous men in history.
That's
He's
what
a
she said, but that's
Pokemon.
not a good thing.
He's a
There is a Pokemon
Pokemon.
named after him. I'm not
Can we
gonna lie.
rewind real quick? Is it Genghis or Genghis?
It's Chinggis,
It's actually
if we're being
Chinggis.
honest.
It's Chinggis.
Okay. I just remember that argument from...
Well, because I was fucking with her. It's Chinggis.
Anyway, so he's tangentially responsible for discovering
Ooh,
America.
tangentially.
Let me go out and just say, at this time, Kublai Khan was the greatest Khan. Fuck the rest.
Look, he
I
was
think
good.
Chaka
He was
Khan
good.
was the best Khan.
He was
Okay,
no,
just because that's a real name doesn't mean you know who that is.
he was no Quetzalcoatl.
That's an Aztec god.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Why are you flexing?
I don't know.
Why
Why
not?
not?
Are you Aztec?
He's claiming his Hispanic heritage.
I identify as a cryptid, and that's all that anyone needs to know.
Oh my god, you're the chupacabra?
It's 2025. I identify as a cryptid, but I'm not going to tell you which planet I'm from.
He's
So,
Planet.
there.
Cryptids
There.
are not aliens.
How do you know? Bigfoot
Ah.
may be
That's
interstellar.
actually not correct.
They're from the hollow earth.
No.
Beaveman is like the Chupacabra, except it wasn't goats that he was sucking. if you know
Hi-yo.
what I mean.
It was dicks.
I was going to fill in something different, but
He
sure,
was
we'll go
only
with that.
the big spoon. He's
We'll
the
go
big
with that.
spoon.
Anyway, so Swan, here's your manic
Oh,
mitten.
man.
Oh, hold on.
Genghis Khan is tangentially responsible for finding America.
This is going to be fucking
This is gonna
horrible,
be
but I'm going to laugh
terrible.
my ass off because it's going to be funny.
It's
You
not
want me
going
to
to be.
explain it?
Yes.
Before?
Yes.
Okay. So
Could you,
here's
could you
here's the-
explain tangential?
tangential means
indirectly
not
related.
indirectly.
I
Yeah,
got that
indirect.
word.
Okay, so Genghis Khan, the Mongols, they conquer Anatolia. When they do so, it displaces the Seljuk Turks. They later become the Ottoman Turks and conquer Constantinople, cutting off Europe from the silk trade, which made Spain and Portugal try to find new routes to India. Portugal went around Africa. Spain tried to go the straight way. Instead, they found the Bahamas.
Bars.
All right, I got this.
History's fucking weird.
Okay. And now
Oh hell.
it's that time in the show where we get a glimpse at the psychosis that is the Swan, and I think
It got a little corrupted.
and I think
by
3 out of 4
Nolan.
of us are confused as fuck and about to be more confused. I give you Swan's Manic Minute.
It's one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in the rambling, incoherent response were you even considered Everyone in this room is now dumb for having listened. I'm bleeding. There was no point. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Well, if you were paying attention to the introduction to this given by Nolan, I don't know what the fuck he said, but basically what he said was everybody swirls around, and then there was this Big Bang Theory that happened, and the world spread apart, and basically Genghis Khan was displaced because he went through the earth. It basically flipped it over from the bottom because he went through, under, not up from the top, not around and around, but he went through. And then what happened was he ended up on the wrong side, which was Portugal or maybe like South America. I don't know, but they're basically in a couple different places. So he ended up tangentially happening to whatever I was supposed to be talking about happening. So it happened, and then he became a Pokemon. So then those worlds connected because they were happening, and they just basically, I don't really know who Genghis Khan is, but he's got some brothers like Chaka Khan, and he was part of like this song that was popular back in the 90s. And then he's got like a cousin, probably like, I don't even know. A lot of cons. There's probably a bunch of them.
All right.
What the fuck was any of that?
Weren't you listening to anything Nolan
Yeah,
said?
weren't you paying attention?
No, if you'll remember, I said she has ADD.
Oh,
She does
I had
have
to
ADD.
mute myself.
Was I right? Did I get it?
No, that was
Oh.
100% incorrect. The only thing you said right was that he was, in fact, a Pokemon.
See? There. I win. I basically got 50%.
Bonus
So-
points for repeating tangentially and getting that into the conversation.
Yeah.
Excellent. So
How's that?
75% I passed.
Now, we're going to call that 7.5%. You got to repeat 7th
Oh,
grade.
is it 0.5?
0.5%.
0.5, is it?
So you
0.5.
round up to 8 then.
No, I don't
No.
round.
Half of percent.
Yeah, round up to 8 and I
We're doing the
totally
metric
passed.
system,
Yeah,
no
and
rounding.
then when you're at 8, you have to round up to 10.
Oh, yeah. So therefore, yeah, I'm
and then
definitely...
when you're at 10, you have to
Solid
round down to
10%.
5.
No. You
No,
never
no,
round
no.
down. You never go down.
Never round down. This is America.
Yeah, round up.
We
You
always go to
definitely-
the next biggest number.
Round always
This-
goes up.
round goes up. It's really much harder. It's much
Then
harder
it
to
comes
go
down.
down.
But then it goes up.
No.
again.
It's harder to lose it than it is to gain it. 100%. So you just always go up. Pant
If you don't-
size, belt
if you don't
size.
use it, you lose it. And then if you do use it, it goes up to the next number.
Yeah, agreed.
But
All right,
round
let's just
doesn't
settle
go
this
down.
with dice.
Round
20
doesn't go
sided
down.
die. Let's see how you did. 15.
See,
Not-
round
not
up
bad.
So we're
to
good.
20.
Oh, thank you. And that
Exactly.
gets rounded up to
Round
20.
it up to 20.
It's a whole number. You don't round those.
Round only goes up.
I thought
You're not rounding anything. It's a whole number.
Oh,
Well, we know it's
so-
a whole number.
But
and
as
everything.
15's an odd number, so you always go to even. Because
No,
we
you
don't
don't.
like odd numbers. You can't like divide in half. You can't divide 15 in half.
Are you a number racist?
No, but if we're dividing, if we had 15 pieces
You know what 15
of candy,
divided by 2 is?
it means I'm getting more candy than you because I'm taking more.
No, we're taking the last 15th piece of candy and splitting it in half.
No,
and
we're
each
not
having
doing that.
7.5
But what
pieces
happens
of candy.
if you split it in
Well,
half?
that's insane.
The one who splits it in half doesn't get to pick which one. The one who cuts is not the one who gets to pick which half. I get the bigger half because I get to pick.
It's in half.
But how do I
They
know
are
your half is equal?
definitively the same fucking size.
But so you can perfectly cut something in perfect half?
Yeah, I have a tape measurer.
So you're going to cut a Skittles in perfect half. I doubt it.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
With a hatchet.
Nolan, when you're in a vehicle
Yeah, what's
and
up?
you're cruising along
Yeah.
and you're listening to the radio
Yeah.
and you turn the volume knob up to get
Yeah.
more volume, do you leave it on an even or odd number?
It doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Psychopath.
Yeah. Something wrong with
Yeah.
you. Something wrong with that kid.
I think right now my car is set at 31.
God, you're gonna, going deaf.
No, it's because I have the windows open.
Okay.
My
Man,
car-
we need to check John's basement for bodies immediately.
What the fuck's John?
John Cock.
John Cock.
John Cock.
Yeah, say the
He
whole
doesn't
thing.
have a
Put that
basement.
cock in your mouth.
He lives in the attic. He doesn't have a basement.
I'm in your basement right now.
We don't have
No,
a basement.
we're in the
either.
basement.
Yeah.
Sub-basement.
And he's like,
I
We
dug
right-
it
don't
out
have
myself.
a sub basement. Well, can you expand then?
yeah, make
Yeah.
us a nice little
Bro, I
shelter.
tunneled to your neighbor's house. I've been taking their fucking milk.
Ew.
Ew,
What's
who
milk?
likes milk?
Milk.
What is milk? What's
He
milk?
said milk.
How long have you lived in Michigan? This is
What?
how we say milk.
No.
Milk.
It isn't. I've been in
Milk
Michigan
with
longer
an
than you.
E.
No, it's not milk.
How
It's
lo-
milk.
I
What year
think
did you-
I think milk comes from a Hereford and milk comes from a cow.
JD knows what's up.
Yeah, rounding.
Rounding is up.
Rounding.
Go
You
up.
go up.
You go
You
up.
round down.
No, you round that E up to an I, sir.
That doesn't even make. I guess it kind of makes sense. I is technically a higher number based on its placement in the alphabet, but
Oh,
alphabets
no.
are social constructs.
Oh, no.
When you go to the grocery store, do you put your milk in the bag?
Oh, the milk in the bag. I put the milk in the bag. And the bagels.
Yeah, why does
Bagels.
everybody talk so weird?
Yeah,
It's
just
milk in the
use
bag.
English.
Milk in the bag.
Just use the right
It's not
words.
milk, it's milk.
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 Say it
It's
again.
all
Milk.
gross.
Milk.
No, milk.
Milk.
That's right.
Milk.
Some
No,
of us here in
milk.
California
Milk,
pronounce
milk.
it as
Milk.
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 Milk?
Like with
That's
an A?
okay.
That's
All right,
just-
let's take a step back as a group and agree that milk
It's so wrong.
fucking wrong.
Well-
We can collectively agree and round up that milk is wrong.
But wait a
What are we
minute.
gonna- what, do
California
Hawaiians
as a
call it
whole
milk?
was wrong and should not exist, so everything there within is null and void.
Now hold on just a second. Let me make this point.
Mm-hmm.
You want us all to agree that milk is, what was your words?
Wrong.
Wrong, right? Basically.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna side with JD because then that makes us equal. So no, I will
Two.
not agree.
So you're gonna not be correct to achieve a false equilibrium?
Yes, I am, and now I'm in your head.
Hey, way to be an American. That's how our politics work.
Very Californian of you, Beaveman. I'm proud.
Thank you.
So, well, hold on. If I say milk and he says milk and you guys say milk, there's two and I have one and he has one. So therefore you guys win. It's correct.
No, Swan, I need you to do something.
What?
You gotta say milk.
Milk, like
With a U.
With a U?
Milk.
Yeah, so we could all be wrong.
And then JD, I need you to do something for me.
Don't do it, JD.
What's that?
It's a trap.
Milk with a Y, because it's sometimes a vowel.
Sometimes why? Mm-hmm.
How is that
Milk.
pronounced again?
Milk.
Milk.
Like it's my elk without the E. Milk.
Milk.
Milk. I need that milk.
That's not York. That's milk.
York is a city in England. Milk comes out of a fucking cow.
That's no lady. That's my wife.
Now,
I've
a
been
fucking
milking
cow.
your wife.
If If
think
it's
it's a
fucking
bull.
cow, does that make it a Hereford or a cow?
Well, has it
Oh, has
birthed
it birthed
yet?
a calf?
Has it birthed yet, or is it just fucking? Because
And if it's brown, does that mean we get brown milk?
Yeah, you gotta get that brown milk.
chocolate milk.
It's milk.
Milk.
Or can we go full
Say it.
Jim Varney and just say Miak?
Milk.
Milk.
What happens
Milk.
if it's a black and
Milk.
white or brown and white cow? Is that like swirled?
Milk.
Swirled ice cream. That's like swirled ice cream.
No.
No?
I want ice cream.
Mm,
Do we have
yeah,
any
you
ice
want-
cream?
We do.
I'm probably gonna go get a
What?
pizza.
Pizza? What kind of pizza?
Little Caesars.
Ooh.
It's
Oh.
cheap and delicious.
And it's hot and ready.
Like Krista
Well,
Wright.
it's definitely
I wouldn't
cheap.
go that far.
Krista Wright. Hi-yo.
Hiyo.
Hi-yo.
fuck?
It's a
That's one
comedian.
of her
That's one of her
jokes.
jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not. Like,
Yeah.
I know her. I just never really listen.
She's super cute.
Aw.
You now listen.
It's
wrong
hard.
It's not a her
So
thing.
cute.
It's just
It's-
I've been
it's
doing open mics for so long that it's depressing to watch them now.
Oh.
Aw.
You don't get depressed when I do one, though. You're like, oh.
I don't get depressed because it's an open mic.
I don't get depressed because I stay depressed.
Hell,
Hiyo.
Yeah. It's like when
once
they
you hit
ask
that
you,
bedrock, you just keep on digging.
like my stupid psychologist was like, when was the last, tell me about a time you were happy.
You're like, now I'm even more depressed, asshole. Never.
Well, this is
What Beaveman actually said, well, there was this one time when I was taking a shit and I
that
reached
was
down.
epic.
I think we can all agree that if you've been holding a shit in long enough, that the release of it is just fucking like not fully orgasmic, but it's close.
Euphoric.
Oh, I hate it when they,
Euphoric. That's a
oh,
good word.
You know what?
Yeah.
What I hate is when you really want it to happen, but this is one of those shits that fucking hurts. Oh my god, those are terrible. Ooh.
Yeah, those
Too
ones
much
I like
fiber
build
in your
up like
diet
a
there,
video
Beaveman.
game charge bar,
Yeah.
and then just force it.
Super Saiyan.
But what I hate more than all of that is when it's like the tiny turds that you gotta
Oh,
like
it's the
push
worst.
the individuals out,
Mhm,
like
little rabbit
shit.
turds. Yep.
Yeah.
Hamster pellets.
It's not even worth it if you have to like sit there that long and one little pebble comes out. That's not
Because
good.
it feels like a normal shit, and then you go to shit and you just hear the plops. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah. And
See,
then
this is what the manic minute
should.
should have been about shit.
I
Hey,
could
you
do
picked
that
the
all
manic
day.
minute.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
next
you
time.
keep letting me do that. I
Save
don't know
it
why.
for next time. Save it for next time. Let's talk about shit. I can do shit
Talk
all
about
day
Swan.
shit,
long.
baby.
Your homework is to go and read up on Genghis Khan.
Chinggis.
Genghis.
Milk.
You can't call him Chinggis because that's fucking racist.
How is it
It's racist because you said it's racist. Because of your thought process that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the real racist.
Yeah. Okay.
The Mexican said it, so it has to be true.
Yeah.
Are you Mexican?
Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just, Jogan gets mad when I say he's a Mexican because he's Dominican.
What? He's Dominican. Who told you that?
Him?
No, he didn't.
Or maybe he is Mexican and I think he's Dominican? I don't remember.
Dude, he's Mexican, bro.
Okay.
His mom was Mexican.
I don't remember these things.
Dominican and Mexican aren't the same thing.
I know.
And
And
a square is a rectangle, but not all rectangles are squares.
True.
And it's pronounced milk.
Wait, other way around. Every square is a rectangle, not every
not all
rectangle is a square.
rectangles are squares.
That's what I said.
No, that's not
You
what
said the other thing.
Oh, okay.
What was the other thing that we
Okay.
just learned of the same thing that someone told us? And then I was like, what the fuck is that true? But now I can't remember what it is.
So the answer is no. Was it
No.
about pickles? Did you know all pickles are cucumbers?
Yes. But
Other
not
way.
This
all-
is true.
Did you know all
cucumbers
cucumbers
are pickles?
No. No. Did you know that a rat is just a small mouse?
That's not true at all.
That's
There are
not
different
true at all.
species.
Well, the sizes aren't true either.
Speaking
Yes,
of
sir.
species and going back to cows, have you heard this thing that cows as we know them are actually genetically modified?
Yeah. The species before them died off.
The aurochs.
Yeah. And I bet they were tasty.
They were delicious.
I mean, God.
They're probably a lot
big,
better for us.
And they were bigger than cows.
And more aggressive.
Did you guys see that some dude got found dead in a pit of kangaroos? It was a developing story earlier today. I got to find out what happened, but apparently they're his kangaroos
Well,
and
he's
wallabies.
Dead now.
And yeah, what?
Well,
He got it. Well, I mean, he's dead. So
Right.
if the story that my father told me is true, kangaroos can be pretty vicious.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. They got
Yeah.
claws for days.
and they can jump like so many feet just pushing off from their tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since
They use
dingoes
hands
are
and
one of
feet.
their natural predators, one of their defense mechanisms is to go into water, which as humans we think is cute, and then we get in the water with them and they try to drown us.
As a young drunken sailor on shore leave in Australia, my father once learned that you never take a beer from a kangaroo.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
He spiked it and then fucked him?
He handed the kangaroo the beer after taking a swig, and then tried to get it back, and the kangaroo wasn't having it.
Well, I mean,
So he boxed him one?
Kicked him in the chest,
Oof.
knocked him flat on his ass.
Yeah.
And then your dad freaking squared up and kicked his ass?
He doesn't really recall what happened after that, so
So the answer is yes.
yeah, probably.
Cool. You guys see that video where the kangaroo is choking the dog? And the
And the guy runs up and hits him with a southpaw.
Takes him out. Boom!
Dude, that kangaroo is fucking yoked in that video. It's terrifying.
I bet, they say kangaroo and wallaby are good eating.
Marsupials are God's greatest mistake.
No argument here.
And that's saying, well, no, a platypus is a marsupial, I believe.
Platypus are cute. What's the plural of platypus?
They're venomous
Platypi.
mammals, bro.
Platypus?
I don't know. I prefer eating beaver myself. Hey-oh!
I don't know. Platypussies are pretty great. A platter of pussies? Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
We got
We
it.
got it. It was some weak shit. Anyway,
Platter of pussy.
I'm gonna wrap.
On
I'm
that
gonna wrap
note,
this. I'm gonna wrap this up.
He's pushing that joke home till it lands, damn it.
I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's see. Well, thank you to all of our listeners out there. Let's see.
Wait,
And my
aren't you and
fan.
Swan married?
Who?
Aren't you and Swan married?
Yeah.
why?
So you don't have to wrap it up.
Oh boy, that was
Hey-oh.
no. You should have stopped while you were ahead.
Oh, wow. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you to all of our listeners out there in the podcast land. I hope you enjoyed all the faces I made. I know you can't see them, but I did it. Yeah, that's a good one. What have I got coming up? I just got booked on a show. More details later because I don't really know them. And that's me, the Beaveman, saying adios, motherfuckers.
And from the Swan, we have our next show, which will be our third annual Pride Show, Slap Your Tail comedy show on June 14th at the Dormouse Theater in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The doors open at 8:30. The show starts at 9 p.m. It's going to be freaking awesome. Our headliner is Jamie Schreiner from Chicago. Our, feature is Danny Lang.
For fuck's sake, don't you know who it is yet?
I do. And our opener is Amira Sanders.
Why is your voice trembling?
I don't know, because it wanted
don't
to be.
you
I was
know?
trying
That's
to do an
just what you're
accent, but I'm
supposed to
not
do.
good at it. And
Well,
it is
fucking
hosted by. I'm not
confidence.
very good at accents. Accents.
This seems like an accident right now.
It does.
Looks like
I'm
shepherd's
not
pie
good
in
at
your
it.
pants.
And it's hosted by our
Shit
Nicole
yourselves in
Melnick.
shitwool.
Nicole Melnick, she's pretty fucking
Why are you
cool.
screaming?
I have to scream over
Oh my
Nolan.
God, calm down, woman.
Edit that shit out.
You can get your tickets at dormousetheater.com or find a link to it on our website.
Which is
slaptailnation.com.
slapdonation.com.
Is that a song?
Slaptailnation.com.
JD? Slaptailnation.com. Where the fuck were you?
What the fuck?
God fucking damn it.
Slaptailnation.com. That's .com. Don't
Yeah,
misspell that. You're going to have a bad time.
It's not milk. It's not milk.
Come.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
not cum. No. Anyway,
Is it my turn?
it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Nolan Johncock of Johncock Comedy. You can find me June 5th at Revel and Roll.
What?
Yeah, I got booked.
Hell
And
yeah!
I didn't even try. It's just somebody being nice and thinking I'm funny.
Shut
That's not what
up.
we
That is
meant. That's
not
not
how
what
you
how-
sell yourself. You're like,
Just want me to do stand-up. I'm affordable and available and will drive anywhere within 800 miles of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Hit me the fuck up.
Book him.
You can
And-
find me at
and when
Johncock Comedy on
searching-
Instagram.
For Nolan Johncock, make sure you put that cock in your mouth.
yeah.
Get that cock in there.
JD.
Yeah, I'll be making some local appearances as well at the local unemployment line. Look for me there. I'll say hi. We'll take some photos. It'll be a great time. I got to make money somehow.